Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're doing really well. My name's Hamna and I share content connected to art, healing and spirituality. I've been working on this series where I'm connecting to the alphabets of Arabic language and making these little cards, small visual meditations is what I'm calling them, and they are connecting to the forms. You can go and look in the previous videos that I've been posting about each one having a story, a certain message that I personally receive through a download while I'm working with the form, connecting to the form, looking at it, and repeating it over and over again to truly absorb that alphabet and the remembrance of what it wants me to remember inside my body. And so imagine that these are like little cells, and each cell is inside our own body, and these were like placed inside us so that we could connect to them as Allah's remembrance. So like these are like little messages that we are being awakened to. The Zal is within me, the Dal is within me. And when you go through each video, you'll be able to see what message and what awakening it brings to all of us, inshallah. With that, today we have a really, really lovely alphabet. It's the Ra, the word, the alphabet Re. That's, I think, what we call it in Urdu, but in Arabic it's Ra, right? Sorry, excuse me. And the message that I received for this particular alphabet is worldly attachments. So Allah is making us aware. It looks a little tilted, so I'm going to... Allah is making us aware that we as humans have the tendency to connect, like to be absorbed by this dunya's attachments. And so he's reminding us that if you get too attached to this dunya, then you're going to be, I'll show it to you, you're going to be longer on the bottom side and you'll forget your own origin. So through Ra, he is almost awakening us to our ego. Don't be too attached to what you think of yourself to be as. If you can remember Allah through your existence, through everything that you see and do, then you will not be attached to this world, right? Because I'll show you what happens. So I always like to go with as you connect to the form. And these are, by the way, please understand, these are not like some text that I'm following, or they're not like people I'm following. This is literally working with my intuition as a creative being and connecting and looking at the form and just sharing what comes to me. Now this could be something different for you. So when you do Ra, it's like that, and then a long one like that. So if you think of this as the plane, so this is the heaven and this is the earth. So heaven and this is your earth. Now if you look at Ra, it's coming, you are coming down to the earth. Now then you get really trapped into, look, this is longer than this. You have been trapped, or I don't know if the word trapped itself makes sense, but you have forgotten this part of you and you're now focused only on this part. So Allah, through this journey, is reminding you and me to see where our worldly attachments are. If I'm too stuck in this part, then this part of me is weaker and I forget my origin, where I'm coming from. So it's very important to remember that these worldly attachments are there. The worldly, whatever blessings I have in this dunya, are there for me to remember Allah. So anything that I see in this dunya is not for me to just attach myself to it. I am a doctor, and live my life just being a doctor and not expanding into anything else, because you see, I am a doctor. Doctors don't do gardening. Doctors don't I don't know, marry outside of their family. Doctors don't go traveling. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, we have these understandings, like, if you are something, you can't do this and you can't do that, and you build all these limitations, and you're really attached to the worldly reputation and things like that. So Allah is reminding us, don't be looking at this part of Ra and be thinking that this is you, for this is not you. There is a part of you that is connected to the higher realms. So to bring yourself into balance, you have to look at this along with this. And as you look at this part, meaning the lower part, the worldly attachments, think of them as something that was always meant to bring you closer to Allah, not far away from Allah. So if this is your soul being, like the heaven side, this is, look how from this point, from dunya, you started getting attached and going towards away from. So the arrow, so the energy flow is this way, right? We start from here, and then you come into the dunya, and then you, where are you going? You're going further away because of your worldly attachment. This is my understanding. You could come up with something else and leave it in the comment for me. I would absolutely love to read it. Now I'm gonna go with, I like to go with the first with the boxy kind of thing, and then, you know, what I'm hearing is that sometimes the, no, I don't like this part. Sometimes we don't even realize how attached we are to the dunya. It's so subtle. I think I'm like, what is happening, Allah? Usually I like kind of go boom, 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 and it sort of, you know, the alphabet comes to life, it unfolds itself, and Ra is just not coming, and I'm like going, okay, Allah, am I gonna get this? But it's because probably that I have worked a lot on my worldly attachments, and so my worldly attachments aren't like controlling me, and therefore I am not able to get deeper into my Ra. I wonder if it is like a little bit tilted. Probably is. Just gonna go like that. Yeah. Now I'm not doing calligraphy, I am creating these pieces, so don't be going like, no, this is this way, it needs to be that way. Don't, like, I'm not Arab also, so I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm just having a bit of fun as an artist, connecting to these alphabets and using them as my, you know, portals, my doorway to get closer to Allah and remembering Him. So just feel like I need to give it a little bit of shape. There. I think I'm happy with this one. There. going to ink it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's like you get so excited with every alphabet. There. I'm just going to go with. It's quite dunya related, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to color this lower part as the dunya, meaning representing the clay that I am, right? And gonna do a little dark here. Wash my brush, take only water and merge me into my light. Such a beautiful reminder of our being into this dunya and not getting attached to this dunya. Like, so this is my soul and this is my body. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write Ra. Hang on, this part is... there. I'm going to write Ra in the lower part of my, so if that top part is my heaven side, symbolizing my heaven side, my Ruh, and then this part is my dunya side, right? So you see where this line is, I'm going to start, actually I'm going to start from here. Keeping it conscious that my top part is less, because that's the part I forgot and Allah is reminding me, right? That we as humans do have the tendency to forget our true origin, and we get stuck into this dunya and we start thinking we are defined by the society we are representing, the family that we are born into. Our identity is very much, based on this lower, dense 3D matrix systems, whereas we have forgotten our origin. And when we remember, then we are not a slave to this dunya, we are we become clear in understanding that everything that was given to us was His way of keeping us remembering Him through it. It was never about me getting attached to that what He has given me. Everything was given to me so that I could remember Him through it, right? But what did I do? I started making that thing the source of every need that I had, and that's what Allah is reminding. Don't be too attached to this dunya through Ra, saying don't let your ego be your God. Don't be attached to the blessings I have given you, for if you get too attached to the blessings I have given you, then the blessings aren't bringing you to me, they are taking you away from me, and so He will remove those blessings, right? To remind you of Him, because you didn't come here for yourself, you came here to be reminded of Him through your whole existence. You see, Allah created you because He wanted to be known by Himself. So your soul is here to know Him, to recognize Him in everything and to see Him. You were created for Allah. You weren't created to be a daughter or a son or whatever identity, or to be a doctor or whatever it is that you think you are. You were created for Allah so that you could remember Him, you could know Him, you could get to know Allah through the rays, through the alphabets, through alphabets, because I am working on them, but looking at the flowers, looking at the bee, looking at the lion, the elephant, like looking at, feeling your emotions, like everything that you experience in this dunya was meant to be something that brings you closer to Allah by reminding you of Him, not of your whatever blessings He gave you. It was, every blessing was a way for you to remember Him, and that's what we forget. And so Ra is coming to let us have that clarity into knowing that everything in this dunya was gifted to you so that you could remember Him but not be attached to it. For when you get attached to it, then it will be something that takes you away from Allah and not close to Allah, and that's not something you want. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the session. If you did, do let me know. And if you want a one-to-one session to go dive deeper into your spirituality, connect to your heart, bring an understanding of where you are blocked in your own soul, I am happy to be of support, of your guide, to hold you, guide you, and take you within, because sometimes we can be very overwhelming as to where do I even begin to find who and what my soul is. And so that's the journey that I help people with. And if that's something that you would like to do and connect to, you're most welcome to message me through my Instagram, which is down below, Hamna_being, and there's another one which is art_as_ibadat. You can get in touch with me. I don't know why my chain just opened, so I'm just going to close my bracelet. And if you'd like to join my live sessions on Friday and Sundays, you're most welcome to write Art as Ibadat under any of my posts on my Instagram, and I'll share the link with you. Friday's session is completely free to attend, and these are sessions that are inspired by the names of Allah and the Quranic ayat, and we work with these ayats and bring them out into creating sacred geometry patterns and connecting to the Islamic art. The other one, which is on Sunday, is connected to bringing the fusion of sacred geometry, flowers, the messages through flowers, and as the flowers get created, and the mandala art. So bringing those three together. Those are on Sunday mornings, the other ones on Friday mornings. Like I said, they're through Zoom, so you can join in from wherever you want. But if you want to start your journey just on your own through your creativity to kickstart your journey to your heart, to hit Allah's light inside your being, you're most welcome to become a member of my Patreon. It's 7 days completely free. You can go in there, check out all the sessions that you have access to. I've started painting the Quran, and I've done Surah Fatiha. I am on Surah Baqarah. Inshallah, may Allah give me enough life, enough days, and enough breaths in this dunya that I'm able to do as many as I can, inshallah ta'ala, create art through. But you can also look into creating with your emotions. I am a big one for sitting with your emotions. I don't I really feel there is power in getting to know your internal emotional world, and when you do, you have this strong, solid foundation of who you truly are, and it awakens your soul in ways you cannot imagine. So there's lots of little beautiful exercises which you do not have to be an artist to do. They're just really, really simple, and they unlock your energy that has been within you. So if that's something that you could get called to do, you're most welcome to go on and check it out. But for today's session, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, do let me know, and I'd love to see your pieces. And always remember, Allah loves you just the way you are, because you know what's there not to love. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon. Allah Hafiz.